Hey girls, load the spaceship. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if you're terminated, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Yeah. Find me with my dogs in my solitude. Watch my family grow from 4 to a multitude. Been living it below sea level, finna rise to another altitude. Been searching, seeking knowledge, but all the time I had the aptitude. I flipped my mindset to the switch to say I will not lose. Mama said them sticks and stones won't break my bones, I never bruise. Whenever it come to trouble, many girls pull a tongue, we always cruise. I heard other dog owners get it out for me, but it ain't no news. I got 4 in the dough in Memphis so they can get the blues. If you need a few clues, they'll blow off your under rules. Send your compliment to the new girls I got coming through. Send your compliments to the new girls I got coming through. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. Oh, yeah. What up? It's your boy, JayDollKingHefner, and the beautiful Ramaya Cloud. And we're back again for another episode of the Dog King Power Hour, baby. And the title of today's episode is I'm Still Reeling, baby. I'm still reeling. Man. I'm not going to just tell you exactly what the show means yet, but you would soon find out, because as I always do on Dog King Power Hour, I usually have a theme for the show, but the main purpose of this show is for me to go over the comments, expound, give deeper thoughts on some of the comments that were left. So that's the whole purpose of the Dog King Power Hour if you've never tuned in. So that's always the main purpose. The title of the Dog King Power Hour is only something that's on my mind. So, with all that said, I'm actually still reeling mainly over the show that I did on Monday, talking about this Kim Petras girl. My God, man, I can't lie. I cannot wait to sort of get into that story. If you haven't seen that video, you can go check out my video where I'm talking about Kim Petras. But man, this was my first time even hearing about this lady recently, because I was into watching Nicki Minaj videos one day, and I hadn't watched Nicki Minaj videos in forever. But I think after I saw her on that Ice Spice video, I'm like, ooh, man, I got to see Nicki again. Because, she had went out of the picture for a while. And I'm going to be honest with you. When girls get pregnant, man, these superstars, I hardly ever want to even have, or not pregnant, but when they start getting boyfriends, married, I think did she got a baby? I'm not quite sure. I don't think she got a baby yet. But whenever they start getting married and stuff, I don't really want much to do with them anymore.
So when she got married, I sort of was like, man, I wasn't done with Nikki, but I just wasn't as interested. But I hadn't seen her either. Boy, that girl started making these appearances. I'm like, ooh, this girl is super fun. So either way, I got into my little mode of listening to Nikki videos. I listened to about 2 of them. And I came across her with the new video with Kim Petras. And man, I'm just like, this is where I get sort of a little pissed off at myself. But I'm not pissed off, but just basically in fun. I'm not a news guy. I'm not looking at the damn news 24/7. I don't watch the damn music shows or Grammys and all this other bull crap. I don't have a car anymore. When I had a car, I would listen to the radio sometimes, so I would know about these new artists and things of that nature. But I hadn't done that in forever, man. I've been too busy. If I hear you, I hear you. And honestly, most of these rappers and stuff I be hearing, a lot of them, they, I ain't really feeling them. You know what I'm saying? I like my guy Drake and some other people, but everybody love the NBA YoungBoy guy. I'm not feeling YoungBoy. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like a lot of nonsense to me. Let me see. Like I say, Ice Spice, not really feeling her. People think she's so super fine. I don't. Like I said, I just want to see that video because of the beautiful Nikki. But when I saw old Petras, I said, "Oh man, she got a little cute girl next to her. Let's see, let's see what this girl is all about." Man, so I'm going to get into it a little bit later. But I know I was like, man, let me check this video out, and boy, was I surprised, And this is not a show. I mean, I'm not saying any of this to be negative on any groups or anything like that. I'm going to break it down a little bit more why I said I'm still real. So before I go any further, I want to welcome everybody to the show, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching via the replay. We really appreciate you guys, man. I can't lie. It's been a lot trying to come against us, but once again, we keep climbing out of that bucket, man, knowing God got a better plan. Honestly, I've been in the hospital probably about 12 hours today, dealing with some crap, but it's all good. Hey, I might be a little beaten and battered, but I'm still here, ready to go. So I want to thank everybody for giving me your time. I'm happy to be here, happy to be doing my job. Me and the girls want to send our love out over you and appreciation for your time. We also want to send God's blessings over your life, whatever you're wishing for, hoping for, or believing for. We're praying that you have it. We just ask that you believe it, no matter what it is. Well, I mean, it could be health, finances, new relationships, whatever it is. As long as you believe it, you will receive it. So, with all that said, I saw my first winner right quick. I'm going to refer to him right quick. First and last. He says first. I already wrote you down too first because I sort of peeked and saw first and last was the first person there. He won the competition for the day. Means I'm putting his name down in the book. One day when I'm able to give out dolls, $1 a year or $2 a year, just depending on how God blesses me. I say definitely this first competition is going to boil down to how many people have won this competition over the last couple of years, on the Dog King Powwow. Because if you get in here first, I write your name down, and I'm going to have a competition, and I'm going to give everybody that's won more chances to win that free dog. So with all that said, thank you first and last for being here first. He says, what's the show about, dog? So I sort of broke it down already. The show is always about the comments on Dog King Powwow. That's what it's really about. It's all the way about the comments. But I sort of got to skip, even though I'm going to talk about this later, I got to sort of skip and talk about one of my videos a little bit before I get started. So he says, cue the intro. El Hazel Ross says, made it to a live stream. Here the Dog King. What up, El Hazel? Good to see you, bro. He says, 7 watching, only 3 likes. Get them likes up. Panty. Hey, Panty. I love my girl, Patty. She's bad. Said, me and my homegirl been missing you. I'm glad you back doing stream. Oh man, thank you, Panny. You know, honestly, I haven't done as many live streams. I've been doing more videos and things of that nature because I sort of got limited because if you notice, I don't have a really fancy background anymore. It's just black because I can't. At this time, I'm just not. I don't have the. I just say this. Let me put it mildly. The best plan that you can have on StreamYard. I just say that, where it allows you to do a little bit more. So right now, my hours are actually restricted as far as how much I can actually live stream through this platform. And honestly, when you live stream regularly through YouTube, it's a whole different experience. I can't even highlight your comments like I'm doing right now. So I already know that I can't come on quite as much as I might want to as far as live streams. And honestly, it's funny that you said that, Panny, because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, I hadn't been live and it seemed like a while. So I'm actually happy to be back too. And believe me, Panny, it's definitely good to come back and get a whiff of your beauty. Stingray, here, JDKH. He says, great to see you again. What up, man, Stingray? Good to see you. So let me get to this Kim Petras girl. Man, now let me get back to what I was saying. I don't watch the news. I'm not really into that. I don't know who these damn real people are. You see what I'm getting there? So when I first started looking at this video, man, this girl was wooing me. I'm talking about, I'm like, because it's hard for me to really pay attention to you if Nicki Minaj is in the video. Now, she ain't finer than Nicki. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't finer than Nicki, but she was something fresh, new, and she had an angel-looking face. I'm like, oh, this girl look. It was a really clean look. I loved her makeup and stuff. I'm like, man, I'm loving this girl. So much so that I looked at that video, like I said in my other video, I looked at it 3, 4, 5 times. I'm like, man, this, you know, because I do that when I start really liking somebody. Like I've always been like that. I go to a party, my brother will tell you it's 100 girls there, but I can't talk to 99 of them because you know why? I've locked onto one that I really like. Now, I can probably talk to another girl, but I can't talk to another girl until I talk to that one girl. And I might wait around until I talk to her. I know my brother sometimes, or even my other friend, man, hey, holler at somebody. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm finna get this one right here. So that's sort of how I am with the celebrities. You know, I sort of digest you for a second, and I'm like, okay, I do like her. So I can't lie. She was doing so many little movements that was very attractive to a man. I'm serious. She was doing that licking on a flute, and I can't lie, she did it expertly. It's a point in that video, and the video that she did is called Alone, if you haven't seen. Man, it's one point in the video where she's like riding on this ball. And that's what really was starting to sell me too, because I was like, you know what? She riding it, you know, she was riding like, I'm like, oh yeah, that yeah, I love the way her body is like bound. I was like, I like that. And you know, she was just doing her head and stuff in little feminine way. I'm like, I like this girl. Man, she had me sold. So let's go back to the video that I did, you know, breaking down the Kim Petras thing. If you haven't seen it, then this is new to you. If you have seen it, I'm just breaking it down even further because I'm going to talk about the video a little bit more and answer a couple of questions. But this is the thing I was sort of trying to explain in the video. I don't think I quite did the best job, but in giving that time, I did the best I could. I said in the video that I think that's the first time that I have actually been fooled by a trans woman. So to clarify that is, let me clarify that. Yes. I'm like anybody else that has ran across the net, and you may run across a picture And you may not know that it's a trans woman because she looks so much like a naturally born human female. That is completely normal. Yes, that has happened to me. So what I said in the video was a bit hyperbolic. Yes, that has sort of happened to me in passing before. But it's always something that, you get to looking through pictures or whatever. It's something that is going to, key you off to what's going on. So you're not fooled for very long. You see what I'm getting at? If you are fooled for a little while, And I said in the video that other trans women that are attractive, because men will have a hard problem saying that a trans woman is attractive, which I'm just sorry, man. They can be attractive without you being attracted to them. You see what I'm getting at? They can be you can know that they're attractive, but still say, okay, I'm not going to date them. Because you can try to say whatever you want. In the back of your mind, your mind is saying, damn, she look good. But your mouth might be like, oh, man, no, I know that's a dude now, so she don't look good. No, you know if the woman is attractive or not. So let's just get that out of here because I got to mute this thing right here because it's just making too much noise. But let me stop this. Hold on, I'm sorry because this computer's over here. They start getting broken and stuff. Alarms and stuff starting to sound. So either way, yeah. So it is attractive trans ladies out there, right? And what I said in the video was I knew of them before I really saw them. I pointed out a girl in the video named, what's the girl name? Damn it. Amaya Scott. Yes. Before I ever saw her, people was like, you gotta see her. This girl, looks just like a real, like a naturally born human woman, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to be honest, when I saw her, I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? It's really hard to tell she, was a man, And honestly, I still really can't tell much with her. So that's sort of the point I was trying to get at. Like, I would see people or either girls, they'll tip you off. Like, I've had girls come to me and be like, how she look? You already know when they say how she look or something, that, okay, it's something up with this picture. So you sort of get your antennas up and you be like, okay, she may be cute to me, but something must be wrong. And then you'll find it and, it's something to tip you off, blah, blah, blah. So your guard is always up, right? That's what I'm saying. Well, this time, this is what I'm trying to say. This time, no guards were up for me. Never seen it before, never been announced, nobody said anything, never heard of her story, blah, blah, blah. And this where I told you I sort of get mad at myself because it doesn't really pay off as much to not be into the news or the next news star, whatever the hell is happening out here. Because I know a lot of people probably did know who the hell she was. Case in point, when I was getting ready to do the scent competition, all these guys kept on sending me this message talking about you need to put Blair White in the scent competition. Blair White, Blair White, Blair White. I'm like, who the hell is Blair White? I did not know who no damn well Blair White was, but everybody else seemed to know who the hell she was. But when everybody started making little jokes and stuff, I'm like, man, what is up with Blair White? Why are they, joking about her? And I ended up getting, when I was doing research for the competition, I ended up looking her name up one day on YouTube or whatever. And when I immediately got to her, it was sort of like the Kim Petras effect because Blair White is very cute. She has pulled it off very well. So she's cute. If you don't know, look, you probably have to get close to her to probably know. You know what I'm saying? Or it is some pictures where you can sort of be like, okay. But, she, for the most part, she's mostly passable. So, make a long story short, when I first saw her, I didn't quite know until I started looking at her videos. I'm like, okay. This is why these guys were messing with me. But once again, it was something tipping me off anyway. I'm like, well, it's something up with them, because why are they asking me to, put her in the competition? Once again, guards were up. But this time, this is so strange, man, because it had never happened like this. And I believe that they intended it to happen like this. I'm talking about, like I said in the video, I don't think Kim and Nikki, they necessarily tried to trick me, but they have to know that everybody doesn't know about her. And it's like you say, nothing in the video is going to warn you. It's not like they're going to say, hey, you watching the trans right now, trans woman. You don't know. And here's the problem why I say I'm still reeling a little bit. I can understand how a man can be messed up if he was to find out about that a little later and he truly didn't know. I'm talking about, let's just say a girl is pulling off looking like a human woman so good to where you're dating her and you don't know for a little while, right? Let's just say you like, man, I'm feeling this girl. Let's say you went on a couple of dates. I'm feeling this girl. And then she tells you, boy, that's what I'm trying to say. I sort of got a little taste of that because, man, I went to do research because that's what I do when I like a girl. That's what I do. And man, I saw it was like the second or third video I saw talking about her life before being famous. Well, she's been famous already for a while overseas because she was like the youngest person, I think, in the world or something to supposedly to transition, I think. Because she transitioned and started taking medicine and stuff at 12 years old. And so she went through the complete surgery and all of that stuff at an earlier age and all this. So that's why she was really able to hold on to so many, feminine qualities, because she never developed, right? Because she would trick the hell out of you. Now, I did search and saw more images, and I'm like, okay, now that I know, you see a couple of images online, I'm like, okay, I can sort of see it here, Not much, though, because it's not like she has an Adam apple or anything like that. It's just sort of the dimensions a little bit, just a little bit, because she didn't get them fully like a man, but she has them, you can see a couple of little dimensions here and there. But the problem is I had already started to like her, you see? So when I found out, that was really a bit traumatizing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? I really couldn't believe. I really could. Because she had me going. So I was like, nah, man, she was too feminine. I think my brother has even said it before. He talked about how, a lot of times people who've transitioned, they just add too much stuff on to the woman thing. It's too rough. It's too heavy-handed, But with this girl, it wasn't heavy-handed, in my opinion. And I guess that's because she started so early, but I was just like, damn. All of the things that she tried to entice me with, it was like, damn. Now that I guess once again, by having that man in her, she knows what a man might want to see. But having the feminine in there, she's able to pull it off. So, man, I just really say I'm still reeling because I am still sort of in disbelief about it. And man, here's the worst part about it. I didn't know if I was gonna make the video at first. I'm like, man, am I gonna make this video? I said, nah, I'm gonna make this video because it's a lot of people that won't admit it, right? But it's a lot of guys who probably found out afterwards. Everybody did not know her. You see what I'm getting at? And so I'm sure it was some guys out there doing just like me, like, and this is not to knock trans women at all. It's just that when you don't know, it is a shock because you still don't really think you can get completely fooled. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's far and away, you don't really think you can get completely fooled even for a moment. That's how I always feel like you gonna always know something. So that's why I'm like, damn. And I'm still reeling enough to where I still had to talk about it today. I'm like, what the hell? And here's the thing that really pisses me off. Right after I made the video, it's like when you buy a new car. Now I see her freaking name everywhere. Kim Petras this, Kim Petras that, Kim Petras on sports, on swimsuit, on sports, on what is it? Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. You know, I'm seeing all of this stuff on Twitter. I'm talking about it's coming back to back to back. I'm like, how is all of this coming out now? I never heard of this girl. But like I said, she's already been famous worldwide, supposedly. And I give her credit. She can sing and all of that. But I would say, I guess the whole point I'm getting at is, it's almost like you feel like somebody should have told. It's almost like you feel like somebody should have said something, But I think what they're trying to do is, if you don't know, you just don't know. And you're just going to end up having to make a decision to like her before you know. That's really what that does, as far as not even being attracted to her, but just sort of even liking her as an artist and all of that. You don't have any biases if you don't know a damn thing about her. You just see her, you think, damn, cute girl, sing good, sexy, I like her. Then you find out, and then you like, what the hell? But you've already noticed her talent by then. You see what I'm getting at? So I just think this is crazy, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm sort of just still speechless about it, because I ain't got nothing negative to say, other than it almost just seems a bit unfair. That's about it. I'm like, man. So, because Nikki, I'm seeing her in a string of videos with these super fine chicks, and never thinking that, one of them was going to be a trans woman. I remember a long time ago, and I don't know who she was talking about, but in one of Nikki's songs, she said, I know a bad, I think she said a bad tranny bitch living straight in China or something like that. I don't know. She said something. And I used to always wonder, like, what is she talking about here? You know what I'm saying? Is she saying that she know a trans woman overseas? I don't know what the hell she was talking about. So she could have been damn what hitting the Kim Petras back then. Who knows? Who the hell knows? But it is one thing I say about this Kim Petras, and I'm gonna get on with the show. I'm gonna come to my comments, and then I'm gonna get on with the show. I do respect her as an artist, because I can't lie, man. I was so taken aback. I had to end up, doing some more research. And I wish I had a time stamped this video. But I was looking at this video that she did recently, where she was getting interviewed. And I'm going to be honest now. She said something very poignant in this video, where she was saying that I did love something that she said. I can't lie now. I like this about her. I did like this. She said, the person asked her, because I didn't know she won a Grammy. But either way, the person asked her, she said, do you ever get imposter syndrome? I honestly didn't know what the hell she was talking about. I thought she was talking about imposter syndrome, maybe her, because she's a trans woman. I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. But when Kim answered the question, she was talking about imposter syndrome as relating to being a singer, doing her craft, but honestly not really feeling like you're a superstar, even though you're out there being a superstar. And so Kim Petras, she said something that was very poignant. I'm going to be honest. And that's why sometimes I do like to go and find little interviews. But she said, you know what? I do get imposter syndrome. I still think of myself as the person who ain't made it. You know, like I don't feel like I'm who people are seeing as far as a superstar. She said, but that's part of being an artist. She said, one day you just got to wake up and say that's what you are. And I love when she said that. And she was like, hey, one day I just woke up and said, nah, man, I'm an artist. This is what I do. And I even remember my mom telling me this a long time ago when I was chasing another art. She was like, Jay, you got to call yourself what you're trying to be, even if you don't think you're that already. So she was already telling me the key. The same thing that Petra said. Well, it's sort of like my dream that I'm living now. I'm not going to just say everything, but I just say I've spoke a lot of things into existence. But on the inside, I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? You still like, man, it may not even sound real to you, even though you're not letting any doubt come out of your mouth. You know, because you got to believe it. If you ain't going to believe it, hell, who the hell else is? You know? If you don't believe in yourself, why should anybody else believe in you? You see them getting that? And that's really what she was getting at. And I'm actually proud of her because she did say this. She was like, man, I went from performing in all these damn bars and back alley joints. And, you know, now I'm here. So I do love the fact that she's somebody who has climbed the ranks in her profession, put in the work, all of that. Got mad respect for her. But here's the deal before I come to your comments, and I don't want to lose this fact. This is the only thing that I hated about doing the video. If you saw my video on Kim Petras and then you went to watch the long video, it's not going to hit you like it hit me. Because now you're prepared. You see? You're prepared now. So if I tell you, hey, man, Kim Petras is a trans woman, then you go look at the alone video, well, your eyes is not going to see her how I saw her before I knew. Because I'm going to tell you, because after I found out, I went back to watch the video. And of course, it doesn't hit the same because now you're looking for every little thing that could possibly tip you off. And I will say this, still in her body movements, she still was perfectly feminine. She never was masculine in her body movement. So I give her credit. She never tipped me off there. But man, it's one thing that still sort of troubles me about that video because I'm like, you don't know what the hell you're looking at once you get food. I'm just sorry. You don't know. I really don't know. I started looking at the backup dancers and shit. And to this moment, I'm like, I don't even know whether they were naturally born human women or not. I just don't know now. I don't freaking know. You know, because now you got questions about every damn thing, you know. That's one thing I sort of been laughing about to myself because when I go back and look at that video, Kim Petras, she still, you know, her and Nikki still look great, but I know now. But the backup dancers, I remember I had said Kim Petras, she moving a lot more feminine than her backup dancers. Man, so I went back to look at her backup dancers. And man, I can't lie. I just don't know. Because none of them are knockouts. None of them. And I just don't know. I just say that. And it is one point in the video where they're laying on their backs and they're doing a thrusting motion with their hips. They're thrusting up in the air. And I can't lie. My first time seeing it, that was super duper sexy. I can't lie. But here's the deal. Kim Petras doesn't have you know, she has had the surgery down there, so it's nothing there, once again, that would have tipped you off in the video. But when I look at all the other girls, they don't have anything down there either. And you can't tuck in that position. So my thing is, I guess I said either all of them have had the complete surgery, or maybe they are just naturally born women. You know, who knows? But I said all that to say that once you have a question, you can't look at the video the same anymore. You know, you're not going to be able to see it how I saw it before I knew, because I can't even see it how I saw it before I knew. But all I know is she almost had a very big fan. I mean, you know, and I'm not against her because she's trans or anything, but it's just different. I just say that. But I can't lie. I was almost finna be tweeting a whole bunch about her because I was really loving her from the beginning. You know, I was finna go Kim Petras crazy for a second. Seriously. I was like, man, this new girl on the block is fine, sexy. Holding her on with Nicki Minaj. And like I say, luckily I did the research and stuff like that first or whatever. So crazy. And I'm gonna say this before I continue though. And I'm gonna laugh. I laugh about this. It's such a touchy subject for the fellas. That's another thing that made me laugh. I had a couple of brave guys that were, you know, willing to comment on that video. But you know, the thing about us men that's so funny is the truth is, man, being a man, you're sort of taught certain things, right? So you always gotta play the toughest at all times. You know what I'm saying? You gotta act like you didn't see something you saw. You know what I'm saying? So these, you know, they know what I'm saying. So you, in the back of your mind, you can be like, damn, she looked good, but you don't even want to think about it. So you're not going to say anything, right? But me, I'm mature to the point where, hey, bro, I can handle all of this. I know how to be able to say that somebody is attractive without trying to get with that person or things of that nature, you know. That's just the truth. I can do that, you know. Like I said, I've even heard girls compliment men and stuff, you know, men before and say, hey, he handsome. And as a man, I've always told my mother this. When you look at another man, you don't know if he's handsome, but you do know if he ain't ugly. You know, if you can look at a guy and be like, nah, bro, Now, hey, I know that this guy's rough. You know, hey, I know, hey, now that don't stop. Like I told you, a guy that's a rough can still pull many a women. It's all about the gift of gab. But you know, as a guy, like when my mom used to go crazy over Denzel Washington, and I never knew that he was handsome to women like that. But when I look at Denzel Washington, well, I know he's a guy that's probably not ugly. I knew that from the beginning. Like, okay, he doesn't strike me as some guy that girl's gonna be like, oh, he ugly. But until I started seeing my mom fawn over him and other older women and stuff like that, that's when I was like, oh, okay, so they think he's handsome. But as a man, you still know he wasn't ugly. Well, like I say, it's many a trans women out there that I've seen that look better than half the girls I've went with as far as facially. You know what I'm saying? So they can be more attractive in a sense. Maybe not the total package, but you just see a headshot or something. Yeah, some of them can get cuter than other women. Because believe me, human women can look rough. Believe me, human women can look more like a man than a trans woman can. You know, so it's a two-way street. Everything over there ain't pretty and beautiful. So you can acknowledge all these things and still maintain whatever identity you're trying to maintain. But I know when you're growing up and you're running in packs and you got 20 friends with you, a lot of times everybody's just going to stick out their chest and act like they don't see stuff and, you know, slap each other on the back and keep on going. So either way, I had to get that out the way though, because honestly, I'm still a bit scarred from that experience. So either way, let me see what all y'all had to say. First and last, laughing. Shalom, Jay. How are you? What up, man? Pirate in the house. He said, we all been bamboozled before. Nah, man. Nah. I'm going to be honest with you. I have never been bamboozled like this. Now, because this is a complete blind spot. You know, that's why I say I've seen people in the movies or something do it before where they act like they didn't know somebody was trans, and when they found out, they was like, what the hell is going on? Like, you always think that's a bit, you know, fake. Because like I told you, it's always something that's going to teach, you know, that's going to trigger you, you know? But this time, man, it was just, I just say this. Maybe if I had saw a Maya Scott before anybody told me she was trans, yeah, I probably would have got fooled. You know, maybe somebody else, I probably would have got fooled. But like I say, anybody that's sort of well known, I sort of knew them. If I had saw Blair White before I heard anything, I could have got fooled for a little while. So it could have happened many a time, but it never did. But with this girl, this was a true bamboozling, you know. So, man, I guess in my mind, I don't think everybody has been bamboozled yet. That's what I'm saying. I know you, because somebody else said that in the comments about we've all been bamboozled. I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't think everybody's been bamboozled, because in my mind, I had never been bamboozled. Not like that. You know, not like that. So, either way. MGTOW Monk says, hello, Dog King. What up, MGTOW? King Kush says, can you stand next to the dog? What? This girl here? Yeah. You ain't gonna be able to see me. You can't see me, but yeah, I can stand next to her. I'm pretty tall. I'm 6 feet tall. Panny, Jay. But what about the Iron Tech show? Yes. Nah, I've been thinking about it, Panny. I just been having too many damn shows to do. And I actually thought about doing that Iron Tech show for you Saturday, Panny. But what ended up happening? I think I ended up having to do another show. I had to do another show about a new innovation. I haven't forgot about you guys, I promise you. But now I do have to be extra careful, like I told you, as far as how many lives I do. But since I got, just think, me and you had that conversation, I think before I had my real dog, man, I done had to do so many different shows before this ladies' night show. So maybe I'll squeeze it in this Saturday. I got a good one coming too. I just wish I could probably show you guys everything, you know, that I want to show you. But I show you something. But I get that ready for you. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. So, Mick says, I mean, trans women look good because all the real women are mostly laying with. Now, I ain't going to say that. You know, because all trans women don't, you know, aren't attractive women. You know, I'm going to be honest. The Kim Pettys of the world are far and few between. You know, a lot of people, it's so many different levels of this transitioning thing. You got some people who start so late, they never look feminine. You know, you got some people that start so late. You got some people that, you know, may start a little later, but, you know, hey, they can still end up pulling it off a little bit. But it's always it's always a tail there. You know, they may, you know, look like a female in certain regards, but it's, you know, if they start a little later, it's still like, okay, I still see something that can tip you off. Or maybe you see it in person, it's just something that's tip you off. Maybe, you know, but some of these women, or they even have, some of these trans women even have the smaller hands and feet and all that stuff. So, and that's what I noticed with Kim Petras, or Kim Petty, as she likes to call herself now. Nicki Minaj gave her the nickname. But I was sort of looking at her hands in the video compared to the other dances and stuff. I'm like, man, I'm not saying she has the smallest little bitty hands, but she doesn't have gigantic hands or whatever. You know, she got hands that could be on a woman, just like the women that was next. Well, I assume they were women. But they weren't, you know, they weren't just a big giveaway and all of that. And like you said, she started that treatment at 12. So the voice never got deep or anything. And it's just a lot of things that could trick you never came with her. But all naturally born women, they definitely don't look great. But it's some super duper fine ones out there. Believe me, super duper fine. But with these trans women, it's a select few that get to the point that Kim Petras is at or Amaya Scott, because they are literally damn near indetectable. Man, if you guys go look at that video, this the part that got me tripping, man. It's a black guy in the video that's sitting on the couch. I think it's her boyfriend, because I ended up seeing another Kim Petras video. I couldn't help it. I had to look at another one just to see how it was going to affect me. I'm like, to see if I was going to be able to pick up on something. I really still couldn't in her movements. But either way, this black guy was in another video. I think he was sort of playing a part of the boyfriend again. So he may really be her boyfriend. I don't know. But I know in the long video at the end, man, she was kissing all on this guy, or doing all these movements in his ear. And I can't lie, this the part that just tripped. This is why I was like, this is why I think I needed a couple of days to recover from this. Because I was sitting up there like, man, this dude look, I was like wishing I was in his spot. Just like any man would be doing, when you seeing the girl being all super duper sexy. And man, I was just like, this is crazy how, man, I just did not want to believe that was true. I just say that. I couldn't believe it. Either way. Oh, he says, I just looked her up and she is cute. I don't, you don't know El Hazel. I'm not with the acronyms. I don't know what the hell any of that stuff means. Somebody told me what that means, but I forgot already. I'm not really with it. You gonna have to sort of write everything out for me. But he says NGL, whatever that means. I don't know. He says she looks a little like the singer Robot Girl Poppy. I don't know Robot Girl Poppy. I'm gonna tell you why I ain't gonna lie, I was damn near falling in love. I was like, ooh, I'm loving her. Because she was reminding me of one of my favorite characters, the girl off Game of Thrones with the silver hair. That's who she was giving me vibes of. What was her name? The princess. I can't think of her name right now. The Queen of Dragons or whatever. But she was giving me that feel. I was like, ooh, wait. I said, man, this girl. But it was a little cleaner though, because I can't lie. It was something about that little schoolgirl look. She had me going, bro. I was like, man. So that was really crazy, man. That ended up like that. I was like, what the hell? So much so that I had to get it out today. I'm like, nah, bro. This is crazy, because I sort of got mad that now all of a sudden I'm seeing her plastered everywhere on the internet, when just a couple of days ago, I hadn't heard a word about her. And then when I was listening to that interview, that girl said she had won a Grammy. I'm like, damn, she won a Grammy. I'm like, and so that's when I was sort of like, you know what? I bet a lot of people already knew about her. Some of my viewers and stuff. I don't know, maybe y'all already knew, but I didn't know who the hell this woman was. Mixhouse says, looks of a woman can be deceiving. If you want to know a woman from the inside, then you've got to be a guy. Oh, he crazy. He says, hey, Jay, I'm currently watching Hunter x Hunter. Man, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what it is about Hunter x Hunter, because I'm a big anime guy. Man, I just got through, I'm fully caught up with Demon Slayer. I love me some Demon Slayer. I'm fully caught up with that now. But every anime that I love, I'm fully caught up with. Fully caught up with One Piece. Fully caught up with Demon Slayer. I finished Yowamushi Pedal for right now. I finished Blue Lock for right now. It's really... Oh, I finished this one called Overlord, because that shit was badass. I'm finished with Black Clover. Finished with Naruto. Finished with Sword Art Online. You know what I'm saying? Finished with Inuyasha. I mean, I'm just finished with all the ones that, most of the ones I really love. I'm finished with, it's another one. What is it called? Seven Deadly Sins. Finished with that. So I've caught up to everything. But this Hunter x Hunter, I'm trying to think. Something makes me think that I clicked on it or something and I ended up not liking it. Because I've seen it a lot. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it. I tried again because I have nothing to look at. Moon Gloomable says very true. So something I said he said was very true. He said, well, there's a certain part of the incel community doing the trans maxing. I don't know what the hell trans maxing is, bro. I don't know what you. He said they think life as a woman is easy. I don't even know what the hell trans maxing is. And I definitely, God bless anybody that's an incel, but I don't keep up with that community at all. He said, I was never fooled by the looks of Blair White. I caught the moment. I didn't, though. Oh, no, I take that back. Well, in a way, I didn't, because when I first, I like to just be totally honest. Anybody, a lot of people be trying to say, oh, I know. I ain't gonna lie. When I first saw her, my first reaction was, damn, she hot. That was the first thing I said. But it was a question mark because of what other people had already told me. I said, something is up with this girl. I don't know what, but something is up because people have said too much crazy stuff. So like I say, once I started looking at the videos and all this stuff, I said, okay. But when I first saw her, no, I'm sorry. I was like, no, she hot. You know what I'm saying? When I first saw her, I'm talking about first laid eyes on her, I like, damn, she looked good. But I just knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong. So if nobody had ever told me, I probably would have got entranced by her a little longer. But the difference between seeing this other girl and Blair White was Blair White's not a singer. She's a YouTuber. So as soon as you hear her talking, all her subject matter, you can look at some of her videos. The subject matter is going to give it away before you even click on the video. You're like, oh, okay. She's talking about, trans issues. So it's something already giving it away. If she was doing something that was totally benign, it had nothing to do with talking about trans women, and she was just an artist in some way, and she didn't tell everybody every 2 seconds, oh, she'd reel a lot of people in for a while until they found out, like, oh, damn, she's trans. So that's what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? No cues, nobody told me ahead of time, no nothing. And look, you 5 videos in, and then you find out. So either way. Z in the house. He said, what brand is your next dog going to be from? Any company you really looking into? Well, I'm going to be honest. It really depends on the company. I just say this. I've been talking to a lot of big time companies behind the scene. People are looking to let me inspect products, but some things are on hold right now as far as production of new dolls and things they may want me to see. So I actually don't know exactly when or what the next brand of doll will be. But if it's the brand that I'm thinking of, which I don't want to ruin the surprise for you guys, I'm going to be very, very happy. And I tell you this, out of all the brands, I'm looking forward to getting a whole bunch of dolls, but I definitely, this is not my number one doll that I want, but I've mentioned this before. I definitely do want to touch me a Zelex doll myself. I would love to compare that Zelex doll to my Iron Tech doll. I think that skeletal-wise, it's definitely going to probably be my Iron Tech doll right now, because I don't think Iron Tech has the ball jointed skeleton right now. I have to see what they do with that brand new doll. But with Zelex with this brand new ball jointed skeleton, and I would definitely love to get one of the dolls. But I'm gonna be honest, there's a couple of other companies out there that I'm very interested in. But it really depends on who wants me to take a look at their product right now. Now, if I start wrong wording. When I start coming into overflow and I have more resources, although companies are going to send me dolls, it may be times where I reach out and just get me a doll. It may be times where I may get a personal doll, that I just want to get. And I say this right here, just to give you a bit of a hint. I don't know when it's going to happen, but even if I have to spend my own money, which I'm not, I really would rather them send me $1 to do a review on. It's just, I don't know, it's just better for the brand of the show. But if I come in the overflow and this company hasn't sent me $1, I definitely have to get a Piper doll because it was going to be my first doll. So it's other bigger brands that I think are better, but I'm always going to want a Piper doll. At some point, I'm going to have to get a Piper doll. So that's whether they send me $1 to review or one day in the future that I just have to shut out the money. So, but yeah, it's several I want to work with, man. Several I want to work with. Let's see. He says, Jay. He says, no. No. I don't remind you of that guy. No. Not Dave, Cat. We have totally different philosophies. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. Honestly, he was one of the people that actually got me interested in the dog game way back in the day, seeing his documentary. But I have totally different mindsets than that guy. He sees dogs totally different than me. And like I said, so when you say we're alike, no, the only thing that's similar between me and Dave Cat is both of us have a dog. That's it. But this guy lives so scary, I can't take it, because I see him posting on Twitter all the time. He lives so scared. I can't take people like that, God bless him. I don't want to talk about him or anything. I'm just saying, I hate to hear people always, you can't go outside. You better put you a mask on. And come on, man. I mean, if you're that scared, just stay in, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with all that scary stuff. I don't want to make this political, but I'm just saying I'm not with all that scary stuff. That's not me. But for two, he talks all that idolater stuff. I'm not no damn idolater, bro. I'm not an idolater. You know what I'm saying? He calls himself an idolater. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with that dumb shit. I'm sorry. I don't worship my dogs. They're my companions. I worship God. You know what I'm saying? I'm under God. I'm not under my dogs. My dogs are just like I would have a girlfriend. So I'm not going to be putting a label on myself calling me an idolater. So no, I'm not with that. I'm not with that. So me and him are totally different. I don't want anything to actually do with his his psychology, when it comes to the dog life. I stick to my own. MGTOW Monk says, it was my intuition that told me something that's not right with Blair. Once again, God bless you, but the thing with Blair White, I can't really give her the full judgment because I was already tipped off. Maybe you were tipped off. I don't know. Did you find her totally organic, or did somebody tell you to go look at her? You got to think about that too. Did anybody ever tell you, hey man, check out Blair White? If you go look at her then of course you're going to be tipped off. But I doubt that, I don't know. I can't tell you what your experience is, but I'm not sure that you just probably ran across her on your own. I'm sure that you heard of her probably before. Because me, that's how I found her. I would have never saw her on my own. I never looked up her on YouTube. None of her videos ever popped up. I don't follow politics, so I never heard her politics. Somebody told me to go find her. But the way they told me to go find her, that's the only thing that put my antennas up. But I'm just being honest with you. When I first saw her, the first thing I see is attractive first. I don't see, you look straight like a man. Nah, I didn't see that. The only thing that made me think that something was wrong is because people told me to add her to the competition in a funny way. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how people have talked to you. If they told you to go look at Blair White, well, you didn't judge. You was already tipped. Because I doubt you was just searching. You was just on YouTube looking at what you do. And then you just, damn, who is Blair White? Let me see who she is. I don't think that really happened. I think somebody probably said, hey, man, go check out this girl named Blair White. Now, if you go check her out, then of course your antennas up. But I don't think anybody's going to see a face shot of Blair White and you don't know any, once again, if you see her like I saw Kim Petras, I'm not saying that you won't eventually be like, okay, something ain't right here. But if you see her for the first time, you ain't gonna really be thinking that. Now she got this swimsuit photo where she did a full body photo. It sent Twitter sort of crazy. I already knew who she was by then. So I didn't get drawn in. But when I looked at the swimsuit issue once, the swimsuit that she had on, by me already knowing, once you already know, your mind is not going to be able to see it the same. So by me already knowing, when I saw her picture, I already could sort of see, okay, well, she should be a little bit more petite right here, and she's not. But she's close to pulling it off. She's close to pulling it off. But like I say, it's noticeable, enough. But if you never knew anything about her, you could probably be fooled for a while. Because with the girls that I've seen working out, muscular looking and looking way more masculine in some ways than her and a lot of these other girls. So it's she can pull it off for a second. But like I said, once you know, she can't trick you really anymore, But here's the problem. Even knowing that she's trans, she's still not ugly. That's the thing. She's still not an ugly woman. That's the whole thing. She's still not an ugly woman. You may not be fooled by it, but she's still not an ugly woman. And that's the same thing with Kim Petras. It's like, hey, I'm only mad because I hadn't heard anything. Not mad, but I was only like, damn. Honestly, my brains were scrambled because I was like, this is the downfall of me not keeping up with these new people jumping on the scene. What's so funny is, let me show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all this right quick, and then I'm gonna get on with the meat of the show. Let me show y'all this. This how much I was fooled, man. I left this tweet up here just because, too. I said I'm gonna leave this tweet up here just because I was really fooled, and ain't no sense in taking it down there. Is it still up? I don't know. No, it wasn't back this far. Let me see. Here you go, right here. This let you know, man. I was so like a mug. I was so, man. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna give Kim Petras, she actually got a leg up even on Blair White because she started even younger. Blair White, I remember Blair White saying that she transitioned at 21. And this girl transitioned at 12. So she really has no noticeable characteristics of a man. But let me see if y'all can see. Yeah, here go the tweet right here, y'all. So if you see right here, this was on May the 12th. This was the day. This probably the day that I was just going crazy over their video. Now, I might have been looking at that video on May 11th, that morning, going into that morning. Who knows? It was somewhere. But I know I ended up getting on Twitter to do something, and I think I might have looked up Kim Petras or something, right after the video. And I was like, yeah. And I saw her say, she posted this, Nicki Minaj and Kim Petras have done it. Alone is, I saw this, this most requested live people. I think maybe Kim Petras or somebody might have retweeted it or something. And I was like, man, I put you see, I tweeted it, quote tweeted it, and put a fire over the top. I'm like, yeah, man, this right here is fire. This right here is fire. Now, nope, I can't lie. I don't have a big following on Twitter. I only got like 670 followers, so it's not a big following, but nobody hardly really clicks on a lot of the things I post anyway. But nobody said anything. I didn't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, a lot of guys, they see a female video or something, they really ain't thinking too much about it anyway. But, after I found out, I'm like, I wonder how many people already knew who she was when I tweeted that. I wasn't ashamed because I was like, hey, I liked the video at the time. I didn't damn well know. And, but I did one. I'm like, man, I wonder how many people other than me knew this. You know, I know a lot of people out there didn't, but I'm like, some of these people had to know who the hell she was beforehand. You know, somebody had to know. John Woodman says they're real humans, but embalmed. What is he talking about? I don't know what he's talking about on that. He says, I'm sorry for comparing you to Dave Cat. He is kind of cringy. Yeah, man, I'm not with Dave Cat, bro. He drives me crazy with that being scared and stuff, and the way he talks about the dolls and stuff. Like, no, I'm not really with him. I'm not really with him, you know. We got different philosophies. He said, I was joking. John Woodman said, Z, I could tell it was a joke. I'm like, nah, man, I ain't with that Dave Cat stuff, man. I can't lie. God bless him, though. Because he did play a part in me being interested in the dog game. Actually, when I mentioned before that I saw a guy on an old documentary, it was him. But you know what? It was another guy on that documentary that I really love way more than Dave Cat. It was the white guy that, man, I like this guy. He said he had bad skin and all this stuff. You know, he had 2 real dogs. He was just like, man, yeah, when I'm in my house, I feel like I'm the king of my castle. And that guy was cool. I liked him. He really affected me. I was like, you know what? I like this guy. I like this lifestyle. But either way. MGTOW says, I was suggesting black-white reaction on Jack Murphy controversy. See? He said, my first time watching her, when I first saw her, I admit, I thought, damn, she hot. But then, but that's all I'm saying. You said you would suggested it. So, you know, it's always, even if you don't really know, it's something in the back of your mind. You already be hearing when somebody suggests something to you. I don't care if it's over text or in real life. You already sort of be, like I said, you get a bit of an intuition of something is not going to be, even if you don't say it out loud, it's something in your mind saying, you know what? It's something going to be up when I go watch this. But I give Blair White a lot of credit. She don't sound like no man. Her face, you know, she's got it. She had that surgery to where it looks very smooth and all. I mean, you know, she's an attractive trans lady. I give her credit. Like I say, when people go through the transition and they do that good, hey, God bless you. You know, hopefully you're living the life you want to live. I just know how you hear some women talk. This is how you know a trans woman is doing a good job. Because I've even heard, like when people talked about Amaya Scott, I heard other women saying, even I would like her. You know what I'm saying? That's when you know that a trans woman has really pulled a lot off. When another woman is like, hey, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel bad for men. You know what I'm saying? Because I would be fooled. I don't care if it's even for a little while. You see what I'm getting at? You know, because it takes a lot to be able to pull that off. So, God bless them. Once again, God bless them. No knock on them. MGTOW says, I admit I would love a companion dog, but the problem is I'm too lazy for the maintenance part. That's why I'm not buying it, because I don't want to mistreat her. You definitely got the right mindset. If you're going to mistreat, you don't need it. But if you don't want to maintain as much, all you need to do is get a silicone dog. Dude. Now, if you're going to make love to the dog, you got to wash the dog out. That's just, you can't. Now, if you're going to be that trifling, yep, don't get the dog. But me, I just use my dogs for companionship. Well, Himawari, my girl that's sitting over here in the bed, she's had 1 bath in 5 months, bro. When I first got her, I wiped her off a little bit and put powder on her, because they don't get dirty like TPE dogs. You know, they don't collect dust inside their skin. You know, it's dust in the air, but it's not getting in that doll or either one of these dolls because they're both silicone. So yeah, I could put some baby powder on her and she's clean as a whistle. I don't make love to them, so I really have never had to bathe them. It's the easiest maintenance known to man. You don't really have to keep them up other than putting a little powder on them, a couple times a month. And I've only powdered her once, and she still feels amazing. Now, if you get a TPE girl, that's more upkeep, and over time, they're going to start getting dust inside their skin just from being out in the open air. Like I say, it's called micro dust. Now, that's where you're going to be doing a little bit of work. Now, it's funny. I'm actually running an experiment on my girls this month, but I'm not going to tell you guys about that until a later date. But I'm running an experiment on my TPE girls. I'll talk about it at a later date. But yeah, if you don't want to upkeep, the best thing to do is get you a full silicone doll. It is easy as pie. Easy as pie. Neil Navi. What up, my friend? Good day, Mr. Hefner. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great, Neil. I'm just kicking it with everybody, having fun, man, laughing and joking. Hazel Ross says, Jay, what's your favorite Piper doll if you had to choose? Man, I can't lie. I used to be in love with that Ariel, and I still do love her. But, man, I seen another girl recently that I can't mention because I don't want anybody to get her. I ran across out. So right now, I probably would get the Ariel. Ariel or this other girl that I just saw. And by the time I get a Piper doll, who knows what it might be. I have no idea. But I do love Piper doll and all what they're doing over there. But it was something else I was going to say before I got out of there. Either way, let's go ahead and jump into the meat of the show, which is answering these questions. It ain't going to be a whole bunch today. We're going to make it real quick. But let me see. I lost my little train of thought there, though, because I was finna say one more thing. Either way, we ain't gonna worry about it. Because we're gonna have plenty more to talk about as time goes on in this show. And we're already an hour in. I haven't answered one question from the videos. It's all good. It'll take care of itself. So my first video is from the best of the best. That was the last God King Power Hour. And honestly, what the hell was best of the best about? Oh, I know. I was talking about how I choose. I'm in this game trying to find the best of the best. That's what the whole point of that last God King Power Hour was. I'm like, hey, I'm not trying to grade these girls on a scale. I'm trying to find who's doing the best job in the industry. So my enemy said, I'm sorry I keep missing your live shows, King Health. My sleep routine is all over the place. Believe me, I'm not mad at anybody for missing the shows, especially if you're looking at the replays. I always tell people the Wednesday show is going to be sometime very early Wednesday morning, between 12 and 5 in the morning. The show is going to go on, but it's really depending on my sleep patterns, when the hell I get up. And today I overslept a little bit. I was at the doctor's office all damn day, and I got back. I had to rush to try to get the show together, and then I had like a few minutes to sort of get a little bit of a nap, and I overslept. So I always like to leave it fluid because I don't want to tell people it's going to be at 1:30 in the morning every Wednesday, and I'm dog tired and I can't go on at 1:30. So I don't never know exactly what time it's going to be, but it's always going to be super early on a Wednesday morning for right now. And I told him I understood that he wasn't going to be able to see every show. My guy Steve O, Dog King Army team member. Shout out to all my Dog King Army team members. Steve O says, hey, Jay, I really appreciate your explanation about my comments about Real Doll and Zelex. He says, I understand a lot better now, and thank you for being fair in your evaluations of all the different brands. Rock on, brother. Because like I was telling him, hey, bro, this ain't a matter of preference with me. I'm just giving my honest opinion of what the material looks like, what's going on with the doll. you know, and things of that nature. Because, you know, I still think as of right now, Real Doll is leading. You know, they're on top to me. And it's really, honestly, as much as I love Real Doll, given the quality issues that I've had with my girl, it almost made me want to be like, you know, they could really lose. Because look, I'm big on quality, man. You can't be just having low quality or quality issues, you know, because none of these other companies do. Kimber even Kimber has excellent quality control. So, you know, they sort of addressed what was going on, but it's still a bit troubling. So, but with all that said, yeah, they're still the top dog, but as of right now. But I'm being very fair in all my evaluations, and that's what I was trying to tell my guy Steve. Oh, I said, Steve, I'm glad you understand what I mean. It's just fair evaluation from my perspective. I said, you've done very well because you definitely have a major brand in the dog game. That's the thing. It ain't about having the best of the best. You know, when you got a quality girl, that's all you can ask for. You know, I'm not saying don't get the girl that you want. If you get the girl that you want, but if the girl that you want, like I say, if it's not a real dog, which I say, hey man, this is the best you can get. It ain't no knock on getting a ZLX, Iron Tick, Game Lady, Piper. No, it ain't. Because, you know, just because I said it's not at the pinnacle, because guess what? Once you get a great brand, I think even Steve-O said in the previous comment, you gonna be happy no matter what, bro. You gonna be a happy son of a gun. You know, I said, I can't wait to see ZLX up close, as I said before. There I go about ZLX again. I said, because that's what he has. I said, thanks for the continued support and have a good one, my friend. So that's all the comments I had on that video. Next video, I did heavyweight hangover. That was another Dog King Power Hour I did where I was talking about how after that BBW show I did, it was sort of like this show where this show I was still reeling, thinking about what the hell happened earlier this week with the Kim Petras thing. Well, the other Dog King Power Hour, I was still reeling, thinking about those damn BBWs and how fine they was looking. And so my guys Leo and Rock Good, they said something on this video. My guy Rock Good says, because, you know, I ranked 11 of the best BBWs in the industry. My guy Rock Good says, Ursula, he said, I'm glad you showcased her. And he's talking about the Stopper BBW dog. He said, it's one of my most favorite dogs. I don't own her, but I would like to in the future. Best BBW out there. I said, honestly, I couldn't find a better BBW in the industry. She is super lifelike as far as BBW go. Man, I really love Ursula. She's an amazing girl. Amazing girl. But I always say, man, you know, I be trying to explain to people, other than Ursula, that Stopper dog, she comes close to a real BBW. But, you know, I got a BBW on my Instagram, I think. Now, she's going to be too much of a BBW for a lot of people, but let me tell you, this is the type of BBW I would tear up because I have before. Because I've already told you, I don't care. A BBW can be gigantic as a house as long as she has a shape to that house. You know, because BBWs, they can be super duper gigantic, but still have that hourglass figure. Now, she's going to be too big for some, but boy, all I see is fun when I see those big, beautiful ladies like that. I think I still got this. Is this girl saved on my Instagram? Let me see. Yeah, I think she's saved on my Instagram. But when I saw her one day, I said, I'm gonna show the guys this thick girl one day. Because I'm really loving her. What did I just see her on? Come on, man. Oh, maybe that was on my Twitter. Okay. It could have been on my Twitter. Okay. That must have been on my damn well Twitter. I see a tweeter. I don't give a dog, cause man, where this girl at? Man, am I not gonna be able to show her? I just saw her. Come on, man. Oh, nah. I forgot. I think she in my phone. I'm like, where is this girl at? Let me see something. Yeah. She in my phone. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm finna try to. I gotta let y'all see this BBW, man. Oh dang. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta let y'all see this BBW. Hold on. The reason I say I gotta let y'all see this BBW is I was trying to explain to people. You can't make a true BBW, not a true BBW in a companion dog because they're gonna just be too heavy. Now their Starprey dog is close, but when you see this girl, this is the BBW I'm talking. You ain't making this type of dog. Watch. When you see her, you're gonna be like, nah, you ain't making this dog. You ain't making this dog. This dog is not in this day and age. You're not making this dog. Watch. Where this big thick joker is? I mean, I can't lie. A lot of y'all gonna be just thinking she fat, but I'm letting you know, a girl like that is nothing but a bold. She like a paradise, man. Cause she is shapely in every way. Where the hell is she though? I got it over here. I just gotta find it, guys. Believe me, it's worth showing this one. Definitely worth it. I don't see her though. Is this her? Oh. Oh shit. Let me see. There she go. I got it. I got it. Okay. I'm gonna put her over here. I'm gonna put her over here. Okay. I'm like, man, where is this girl at? Okay. I thought she was on my phone. I thought she was on my Instagram or whatever. But she's not. So I'm gonna show you her right quick. What is this? Oh no. Okay. I'm like, damn, where'd my camera go? Okay. I got it back now. So, oh yeah, okay, let me show y'all. Okay, here you go. This girl is a big one, boy. Okay. There she go. Now this is a BBW. Now, this is a BBW of epic proportions. Now, that's a BBW. That is a BBW. Lord have mercy. Man, boy, I'm telling you. Hold on. Hold on, let me go back to that. Okay. Okay, there you go. I couldn't find her picture again. I was trying to show you something. I got to go back to it one more time. Okay, there she go. So now I'm on the picture. So yeah, a lot of you may think she's fat, but this girl is not fat. She's just a BBW. See, when you're that big, look at her dimensions. It's not about how much meat is on her body. It's the dimensions of the meat. Look, those big, thick arms. Oh my God. But they're still small compared to the rest of her body. You know, they look feminine. You know, the arms got meat on them, but in relation to her legs, they are tiny. You see, they're feminine, they're dainty. Her waistline, I always say, I don't care if you even have a little gut right there. As long as your body goes in a little bit, you know, even though this swimsuit is pushing her body in, even if out of this swimsuit, if her stomach hangs out, it's not going to be sloppy fat. This is not a sloppy fat girl. Most of her weight is in her big, thick, beautiful legs. Now, a lot of people can't handle a girl with this much booty and legs. It's an art form to making love to a girl when they get this thick. But let me tell you, this girl is a BBW extraordinaire. You're not so a lot of people's like, yeah, you can make a BBW. I was like, bro, you're not making this. You ain't even getting this doll in the door. You ain't making this, bro. You ain't making this. You know what I'm saying? You can maybe in the future they'll really be able to make the girl super duper light. But to make a girl with this much material, man, you're gonna need a crane in your damn house to move her around. But this to me is a true BBW. True. I mean, you ain't got to be that big to be a BBW, but this is like say a ultra BBW. Man, I can't lie. When I saw her, I had to save her in my phone. I'm like, you know what? You talking about letting somebody smother you? Lord have mercy. Man, you won't understand how good it is to make love to a woman that big unless you actually get one, man, because I had been searching for a BBW like super big. Now, I don't think I made it to this size, but I have had some big jokers, man, that's thick and with shapes like this. And let me tell you, you talking about a heavenly experience. Lord have mercy. So yeah. I'm very impressed with that girl. Very impressed. I had to show her y'all. Let me show her to y'all. Now, this, it's even hard to make this type of BBW. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna show you this other girl that I really like, and I'm gonna keep it moving. But this other girl that I really like, I follow her on her page. She doesn't even seem now. She is what you call an in shape BBW. I'm going to be honest with you. If you were to see Saima Renee Uzumaki in person, her body looks damn near just like this. But this girl is finer than Saima. I'm sorry. And I'm going to show you her right now. So it's hard to make this girl too. But Saima actually has damn near looks just like her. I'm going to be honest with you. She actually damn near body-wise looks just like her almost. Because Saima has almost a little six-pack and she got big-ass legs just like this girl. But this girl right here, and this is nowhere near her best photo. But this girl got the biggest, thickest legs and booty you want to see. But the funniest part about this girl is she has a damn ripped midsection. She is unbelievably beautiful. I promise you. I mean, she's not everybody's type because everybody doesn't like the thick legs. But for me, she is perfection. Perfection. So like I say, you can come close to making a doll like that because honestly, Saima is damn near like that. But what's so funny is Saima has gigantic legs. And this girl's legs are probably a little bigger than hers. That's the crazy part. So, yeah, I just had to take a pause and do a little tribute to the BBWs, man, because Lord have mercy. They can really be amazing. I promise you they can. Either way. How did I get caught up on there like that? Oh, either way. I must have been reading a comment from Rock Good. Look, I got all the way sidetracked. Oh, yeah, I was talking about BBWs. I've rock good. Yeah. So I got one more comment. I got to find a comment from Leo. Leo made a comment. I don't think he said much, though. Oh, Leo just said, it's awesome info, Jay, about the BBWs. And I told him, thank you, my friend. So that's all I had on that. Keep it moving. We're going to Ugly Real Doll. Hey, baby. This is my baby. I love this girl. I'm going to be honest with you. She been rocking with me for the last, couple of weeks now. I really been feeling her. I really just been doing this a lot. I really just been grabbing her hand, and I tell you, her hand feels the best to do this. This the only good thing about her fingers being a little bent is I can put my fingers in between her hand. I can't lie. I put her on her doll stand, and man, we'll just be looking at TV. I'll be holding her hand most of the time. It feels so real and good, and she's looking more beautiful to me by the day. But I did that Ugly Real Doll because I know it's some people who don't think that she is beautiful. Even my mom says she doesn't like her that much. But I actually love this girl. When I first saw her, I was lukewarm on her because I told you, I messed up. It was another face that I was really supposed to get, but I got too smart or something for my own good, and I went with this face. But this face is great because I still love this girl. Like I said, I say in the future, I may get that other face just to see what it's going to look like. But right now, I actually love this girl, how she is. She really has grown on me. I promise you she has. She's so petite. I love her body. I still haven't figured out her hands yet because I've seen where some real dolls' hands can actually bend and rotate at the wrist. Her wrist can bend, but it feels like they can't rotate. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But I made this video. Look, I got caught up in the rub of her hand. I made this video called talking about my ugly, not my ugly real doll, but I called it ugly real. Even an ugly real doll is top of the line. I said that because I was trying to explain to my mom. She was like, I don't, wait a minute. Oh, shit. No wonder. Hold on, guys. Okay, that's what happened. I had a battery in my camera, so that's why I cut off the first time. So either way, what was I talking about? Let me go back to it. Oh, yeah, I did the video called "An Ugly Real Doll is Still Top of the Line." So like I said, even my mom was saying my dog didn't look good to her and stuff. And I always get these people, man, forget real dog, blah blah blah. They ain't nothing. I'd rather have this, but they don't even know anything about really what a real dog is. And so I was talking to my mom one day, and she was just like, I can't lie, I'm not a big fan of Ramon. I was like, I'm sorry, I love this girl. I say the thing is, people just don't know how real she is, especially up close, and that's why I say, even if you think my girl is ugly or not as cute or whatever, even a girl that you don't think is good is top of the line when it comes to real dog, man. It's as far as like I told you, I don't like some of the quality issues, but once you get the dog, like I say, nobody's hand feels this good. It just feels so real to hold. The way her body moves and the mechanics of it, it's more than a dog. All of my dogs are more than a dog, but like I say, it's a true replica of a human. And this is something I want to sort of explain. It's not about the skeleton really being better than a Zelex skeleton, meaning that, honestly, a Zelex skeleton can probably do a few more range of motion right now than a real dog. And it can actually stand up. Now, where it's going to lose it is the physics. When you move, when you start moving her limbs, you'll understand what I mean, the physics of it. But that's where they win it. The physics of once you start touching her, moving her, she's going to move so human, as far as just the floppy nature of it. And it's more than just loose skeleton, because my girl doesn't have a loose skeleton. So it's just a lot that goes into it. And I was sure to explain to my mom, like, you can get a real dog that's going to look better for you. You don't have to go on what my dog looks like. You can, even though there's other companies out there with better faces, I'm not going to lie, but you can still find some great faces at real dog for yourself. And I'm just telling you, I was just trying to tell people, even if you think that my girl is ugly, she's still top of the line. You know what I'm saying? She's still top of the line, man, because it's just so many superlatives about her. I was complaining about her, that she has webbed toes, even though you can't see it. I was complaining about that on her. And I'm like, you know what? I'm glad that they webbed, because they are actually more realistic when you touch them. Like I said, this girl's a special girl. The skin mixture on her is amazing. I like the coloring on her and all of that. They just got to clean up this quality control department. That's it. But that's what that video was about, pretty much. Like, hey, you cannot like a real dog. You cannot want a real dog. And I'm here for you, whatever dog you want to get. But I'm letting you know, even a dog that you might not think is as pretty is still top of the line when it comes to real dog. Until I find a company that beats them. But it's still top of the line, though. Big Boy says, nice dog, bro. Is the hair implanted or is it just a wig? And of course, y'all know what I said. I said, it's a custom wig, my friend. Big Boy says, thank you, my friend. Hope you enjoy her. I gave him the thumbs up because damn right I'm enjoying her. I'm going to be honest. Keandre says, I don't think your dog is ugly, but I have to say some of the real dog faces I seen was like, Oh, he said, I was like, wait, is this what I chose to go with? He says, I believe you when you say the body feels amazing, but I couldn't get a dog that I didn't like in the face. He says, do you have a Sino dog? He says, I seen Sino. I think he meant to say, I think Sino seems to be a good silicone brand too. He says, I don't know if any company is close to Real Dog when it comes to how the body feels, but I believe they're getting close. I told him I don't have a Sino dog yet. I would love to have one. I said, but they are a great company from what I've seen. I've done a show on them. I said the companion dog companies are definitely catching up to Real Dog rapidly. Because even though I say they're at the top of the line, they better start doing some things to remain at the top. Because these folks are like piranhas on their ass. These folks are making major strides every day, not every year, every day. Man, I just saw, man, look, I saw like a couple of more companies come out with the full oral structure mouth now. Everybody's getting the full oral structure mouth. Look here, man. These people ain't playing. They are catching up. Oh, let me get back to my comment. And so I told him, I said, they're definitely catching up to Real Dot rapidly. I said they cannot afford to rest while everyone else is constantly innovating. And, you know, after examining this girl, I like her. I think she's amazing. But I'm just looking at her and I'm like, you know what? They still haven't taken any real big steps since this company opened up. You know, they did change the girls I made out of platinum silicone. They used to be made out of some other type of silicone. So that's great. But as far as innovations, hey, it's time to step the hell up now. Because I think these dolls are damn near just like they were when I saw them the first time. So it's time to step your game up. Oh, let me get through. Who else I got? Leo told me she looked good. I think I told him, thank you, my friend. She a hell of a girl. Willem says, looks like Uma Thurman. He talking about the girl in the thumbnail. And I said, yep, that's why she's on the thumbnail. Because I'm not a Uma Thurman fan at all. I never thought Uma Thurman was fine. I did not like her. And the whole title of the show was Even an Ugly Real Doll is Still Top of the Line. So I put that picture for the thumbnail. I forgot which girl it is. The girl actually looks good, but that version of the girl doesn't look good. So I'm done with that video. I only got a few more though. I got my Subway Adventure. My guy commented on Subway Adventure. That's when I had a car and I was able to take the girls out to eat, things of that nature. I took the girls to Subway a year ago, looks like it. Neil Novi says, this man's confidence is through the roof. Mad respect, Mr. Hefner. And you do have to be very confident and very, able to take verbal abuse without reacting. I've said that a million times. You got to have a very calm demeanor, man, to take a companion dog out in public. You're not going to get cursed out or talked about every time, but it's a very good likelihood that you will. I said, I'm super proud of this lifestyle, my friend. What I meant by that is I'm happy to be able to go out and say, hey, look at my dog when I had a car. Hey, yep, I got a dog. So damn what? You can live it. I mean, you can like it or not. But guess what? We here to stay, baby. So, yeah, that's all I had on that. But yeah, I'm always proud of this lifestyle. And, that was a big part of my show, going out in public and not just to go out in public. I was actually going out there to do real stuff. Like I sit at the house and be like, man, I want something to eat. Man, I want one of my dogs with me. I don't want to be by myself today. It's a cool day out here. Let me take one of my girls. But I just haven't been able to do that anymore right now. I don't have a car. And like I said, even if I had a car today right now, if I still had that car, I wouldn't be going out on dates because, boy, finances is a wee bit thin right now. But overflow is on the way, though. God knows how to provide me what I need, so I ain't worried about it. Plus, I got some good people out here, some of my viewers who've donated and done great things like that, so I appreciate all of y'all. Next video I'm going on to is WM Doll has a new head. A new head. They have a new head. Yeah, WM Doll has a new head. And it's an Egyptian looking head, honestly. That's what I was saying in the video. It's cute though. It's an elf head. Not really quite for me. Because when I reached out to the people at Jensen Company, they told me, they was like, yeah, this is only a TPE head. So I was like, damn. I hated to hear that. But either way, my first guy says, Shamara says, look like Matari from Naraka Blade Point. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about, but I looked it up. And I said, I think it's the gold on her head that makes her look a bit similar to that girl he was talking about. And then he says, damn right. He agreed with me. The next comment I had was similar to how I thought. The guy named Ryan said, I was amazed that this head is in TPE. It looks like it has the detail of a silicone doll. And I said, I had to ask WM, or basically Jensen Company, if it was a silicone version, which I did. I'm like, man, does this come in silicone? And I said, because I thought the same thing. I said, it's very detailed for a TPE head. But they was like, nah, they only offer that head in TPE. I thought that was a shame. I'm like, man, that head right there should be silicone. It looks so good. So that's all the comments I had on there. WM came out with a new head. That may not be big news for people who are not looking to get a WM doll. And the good thing about WM is they got over 400 and something, damn near 500 heads to choose from. But what I love about them is they still adding on. They still adding on. And that's why I say, Real Doll, you've been in business since 94. They got like 41 or 40, about 43 heads. Come on. You got to have 100, 200 heads by now. Come on now. So, keeping it moving. Hold on, wait a minute. I got to make sure that was all the comments on that video. Oh, yeah, that was it. That's all I had. Yeah, that's all I had. We ain't got much more. The next I had a video called Sino has a new doll, which they do. See how many comments I had on there. I don't think I had many on there. Looks like I only had one. And Sino came out with a new doll. I think it's like 169 centimeter doll. It's got the long leg. It's not my type of doll. It's a sort of thin, skinnier doll. A lot of people do like that type of doll, though. So if you like that type of doll, that's why I say it's something you might want to check out. What I love about that doll, though, is they have it with 3 different potential heads that you can choose for it. I don't know what other heads could match with it, but I think it's just those 3. But one of them is modeled after a real actress. So I thought that was badass. So that's all that video was about. Just telling you it's a new doll available. And I do love Sino. Sino is a great company from what I've seen. My guy Shamara says, I wonder, he says, I do wonder if fishnet stockings will leave any marks on silicone body of the doll. He said, if not, my girl will wear those 24/7. And I said, silicone is much more durable and resistant to stains than TPE. I said, you just wash those, whatever you're going to put on your girl, wash it a few times or let it soak in vinegar for a while if you're unsure. But I said, you could definitely do it. You can keep her in fishnets if that's what you want to do. The good thing about clothes is once you've washed them enough and got that initial dye out of it or whatever, or if it's more expensive clothes, it's not going to have a lot of dye in it. Once you wash it a few times, I mean, it's not going to be bleeding on the doll. Now, if it's extremely cheap, like I said, you may want to sit it in vinegar, wash it 2 or 3 times, before you put it on your girl. Because vinegar can help get the rest of that ink up out, or, it can make it set, make the ink set up in there where it won't be leaking and stuff. I've only did like 1 or 2 of my shirts like that. But for the most part, I bought old clothes and used some of my old clothes that have been washed 1,000,000 times anyway, so it doesn't leave any stains. But if I was to go buy new dresses and stuff for the girls, not dresses, so to speak, but just some clothes, shirts and stuff that'll be tight on their bodies, I would wash them a few times. That's what I would do. So that's that on that. No more questions on that. I only got 2 more videos left, and now I done made it to Kim Petras. Because I didn't get any comments on Reset Sunday this week. And it ain't many comments on Petras like I was joking about. Keandre just says, we have all been there. And that's what I was laughing at. Sort of the same thing. My guy, what's his name? Damn it. My guy, Power Brain. When Power said we've all been bamboozled. When Keandre said we have all been there, that's when I was like, well, honestly, I haven't been there until just now. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't been fooled until just now. So oh, it was another comment. It looked like it got removed. I'm not sure. But either way, I said, he said, we've all been there. I said, I have seen trans women that can pass, but this one really had me fooled. That's what I told him, actually. My guy Ren X said she can sing. He said she is definitely a talented. Ren X said she can sing. I said she is definitely a talented woman. Never heard of her, but it seems she was already famous overseas for her early transition. You know what? It was another. Okay, here you go. This is the comment that I was looking for. My guy Mose Hey Did says, these days you'll encounter transgenders with absolutely zero masculine characteristics. That's how Kim Petras was doing. She damn near she indiscernible, damn near. He said straight men don't care what they are. He said they will still mess around. He said, I have personally witnessed straight men flirt with extremely attractive transgenders. He says, I guess they can't get a real woman that pretty looking. Maybe they are going for the next best thing. And this is what I said. Because see, this, I didn't make this video about, that. I was just like, look, honestly, I'm cool with people dating whoever they want to. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make this to say don't date a transgender woman. If you want to date a transgender woman, do what make you happy, bro. Like I say, I know in some communities it's gonna be hard for people to do that because they're don't want to get judged and all that. But look, man, just do what the hell you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you want to do. I didn't make this video because I'm saying, hey, don't date no trans women. No, I ain't saying that. I'm not. Hey, do what makes you happy. And that's what I said. I said, honestly, I'm cool with people dating whoever they want. I say, but their video was shocking because Kim Petras definitely had me fooled. That's really why I made it. It wasn't to say, man, you guys out there don't ever date. Nah, if that's what you wanted, if you want to date a trans woman, date a trans woman. I said, I don't know if I would have noticed in real life or not. Because see, that's the thing. It's very much easier to pull off fooling somebody on the TV screen or on a picture. But a lot of times, like when you really get into somebody's full presence, that's when you could probably pick up on like, no, something ain't right. But who knows? Like say, Petras could probably damn near put it off in person if you don't know. And that's what I said. I don't know if I would have noticed in real life or not. But that video was a Houdini act of illusion. Because man, I can't lie, bro. I wasn't thinking nothing about that. And Mose did just laugh. He just laughed. So that was pretty much all that I had on that video. I think the most important comment about that was, I was like, man, I ain't making this to have people feel judged and stuff. Like I say, depending on your circle, yeah, they may judge you. But I'm gonna be honest with you, life is a bit too short. If you fall in love with a trans woman and that's what you want to date her. You ain't gonna get no judgment from me. Do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you want to do. It's gonna be those out there that judge you, but once again, you can't be living for them. If you want a naturally born human woman, get you a naturally born human woman. But I know one thing. That is a slippery slope right there. It's really going to depend on how to. I'm just trying to see a way that it could happen. See, I'm trying to think. I don't know how it can happen good in a real life because if you talking to a trans woman and she let y'all go out on, let's say, a week or two worth of dates and you really feeling this girl and you don't know and you find out, you're going to be in a world of conflict different than me because you've dealt with her in real life. Because see, me, I was sort of like, damn, this is messed. I couldn't believe that, that she wasn't a natural born woman. So I had to shake myself out of it for a second. But if I had met her, went on dates with her, then found out, I believe that's where it can get complicated, where some guys end up saying, forget it, I'm gonna go ahead and date her, because they'll end up liking everything about the person. You see what I'm getting at? Be like, man, I like everything about her. Blah, 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 blah. And then when you find out, you're put in the circumstance of, damn, I was liking everything about her. And at that point, it's on the guy, hey, what decision does he want to make? Now, like, once again, I've always assumed that would be a lot easier, you know. But given what I just went through, the guy's head could be messed up for a second. You know what I'm saying? He could get messed up for a second if it happened. Like I said, he could go the way that he just say, you know what, get the hell out of my face. I don't want nothing to do with you. Or he could, or like I told you, he could be like, God damn, man, you damn near was the best girl I ever met. Now I gotta let you go, because you know, and some guys are gonna be like, you know what, to hell with it, I'm gonna stick around. So under those circumstances, if you end up being that guy, guess what? You just end up being that guy. Look, do what make you happy, bro. Just do what make you happy. When people go to bed at night, they ain't gonna be thinking about making you happy. They're gonna be thinking about making themselves happy. And who knows? Maybe that is your connection. You know, I'm not promoting that, but I'm just saying, like I told you, just to be honest, the only problem I got with this trans stuff and all that stuff is I don't like the old kid exposure stuff. That's the stuff that just drives. I don't even understand this crap. You know, being around the kids with this stuff. You know, you got to allow the kids to be innocent. You know, it's not like sex education where they sort of start that a bit early. You know, I think these activists are saying, yeah, you need to teach them young. Now you don't need to be teaching them about these alternative lifestyles young. Their minds are too impressionable. You got to let them watch cartoons. Well, can't even watch them now because they messed up. But you got to let these kids be kids, man. Once they've matured and they're starting to think about dating, which I know as a kid, I had sexual thoughts in elementary. I'm going to be honest with you. But it's still not prominent in your mind like it is as you start getting older. And so you got to let a kid develop and start to see what they like. I'm going to be honest with you. I was in elementary, in first grade, seeing guys, a guy to switch around. So it's already in some people's genes, but still you got to let that develop. Now, if you got a 7-year-old son or something, and he without your prodding or prompting, he walking around here with his butt in the air. You can't give him to stop. You know, he's just feminine. You know it. Everybody else know it. All of this. That's different. If that child, you already like, okay, I see where this is going. Maybe he begs you to go to some pride or something, to a parade or something. Maybe you may take him because you already say, oh, it's this is where he's going. Maybe then. But these people that are just saying, hey, I'm going to take my kid down here to expose them to this to something new. No. You don't just expose them to be exposing them. And what the thing that really pisses me off is these damn cartoons. These cartoons that are made for kids that have all of these alternative lifestyles mixed into the cartoon. No, I love cartoons. You're too innocent-minded to be looking at all of that. Because you know why? It's more than just exposing them. They're getting influenced. You know what I'm saying? It's cool if a kid grows up and they choose to go whatever style. Don't extra influence them. That's what I don't like. That's the only thing. So when I see some of this stuff on Twitter, where I'm like, I see these guys and stuff doing these shows for right in front of the kids, and you know the kids are in the venues, and you know then you have these people actually fighting for the kids to be in the venues, and I'm like, wait a minute now that's going too far for me. You know, that's going too far. Now I don't like that. I'm cool with consenting adults, you know, and even teenagers, you know, whatever they're doing amongst each other, that's fine. But man, when you're targeting these younger kids by putting this stuff in the cartoons, because I saw some cartoon that was literally made, it wasn't an anime whatsoever. I forgot which one it was, but it may have been a Bratz cartoon. I don't know. It was some little cartoon, but they had a same-sex relationship. And this cartoon, like I say, was for 4 or 5, 6, it's for young kids. I'm like, hey, whoa. No, this is not you don't need to be depicting this right now. What you need to do is give every kid the normal look of a lifestyle. Mother, father, man, and woman. If you see them swaying from that, then that's a whole different conversation. But you don't put it to them first. So that's my only problem. But I don't got no problem with people being LGBTQ or alternative lifestyle, dating alternative lifestyle. You look, if you're a straight man and you end up dating a trans, look, that's on you. Just do what you do, live your life, be happy. I'm not here to dog you about it. But as far as me, I had to tell that story because it blew my damn well mind. I mean, as far as that video, it just, I had never been fooled that long. As far as like, it didn't last that long. I probably found out within probably the second, because I think I looked at the video one day, a couple times, and I was like, it was probably the next day, and I'm like, man, I got to go back and look at that video with Kim Petras and Nicki Minaj. Man, I looked at it. That's when I looked at it 4 or 5 times, and that's when I said, you know what, I do like this girl. I'm finna look her up, and that's when I started finding out. So it was probably 2 days before I found out. I got a question from my guy Red Viper. Okay, I didn't write this one down. He says, hey bro, I have a good question. He said, I'm getting a silicone doll and I need to know what kind of clothing should I put on her, because silicone dolls do not require the serious amount of maintenance that TPE dolls does. He said, so do I necessarily have to put protective clothing on my doll when she's get here, or what should I put on her? Like I say, just make sure the clothes are washed, you know what I'm saying, a few times. Especially if you're putting anything older on her that's been washed several times, you ain't got a damn thing to worry about. And like I say, silicone dolls don't stain like that. Now, I'm not saying, I think I heard Matt or somebody say, yeah, you can still get a stain on a silicone doll, but even so, it'll disappear on its own over time. But for me, like I say, all the clothes I put on these girls are pretty much old anyway. But if I had something new, washed it a few times, but you don't have to put any protective clothing on her. I don't. Look, this girl, I've had my silicone doll lay up in black clothes for days. Hey, wasn't even thinking about it. Oh, so hold on. Let me write something down. I said, so just I'm answering him. I said, just make sure the clothes you put on her are washed. Real good, because I hadn't answered him yet. She'll be fine without protective. Yeah, man, it's real simple. When you got a silicone doll, man, this is the simplest thing. I might revise that answer when I get out of here. That was on No Baby Way. Oh, okay, that was my video that I'm finna do right now. So yeah, that's what I told him. Just make sure the clothes are washed real good, and she'll be fine without any protective type clothing. You don't need that's overkill for a silicone doll. My guy John Robinson says, hey, my new Kimber doll Deluxe has probably already left Cali, coming to my home in Texas. He said, I just want to thank you. He said the buying experience was super, and I'm excited that she broke out the warehouse. Thanks once again. So he decided to give him a Kimber Dog Deluxe and get into the dog game. My guy Willem told him to enjoy, and I said, this is great news. I said, she'll be home before you know it. I said, I was just spending some time with my Kimber Dog Deluxe, and I think they did some great upgrades. Super soft. I promise that girl's so soft. Articulated hands, gel breasts, and also the shrugging shoulders. I say, I hope you got the free wig as well. Because if you do get a Kimber Dog, use my Dog King discount code, DOLLKING. You get you a free wig. But yeah. Happy for him. I was really hugging on that Kimber Dog Deluxe because I sort of felt bad about putting her up. I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie. I damn near want to get you back down, but right now I got my other girls down. So I just put her back up for a little while. Oh, and I didn't explain, but this video, no baby weight. That's what I'm doing questions on now. It was just about I've talked about this before, but I was just talking about how the great thing about dogs is, and women don't get offended. It's the same with us. If you was to get a male companion dog, it'd be the same thing. You don't have to worry about the dog gaining weight, getting out of shape. And this girl had posted this picture about her before and after, saying, yeah, this baby did a number on me. And I was like, yeah, it did. You know, that's why I hate to see girls that look like her. She doesn't look bad, but what I'm saying is her before picture, she was super petite. Man, when I go to date you as a super petite girl, that's my type. Even though I got a lot of different body types I like. But, you know, when you're looking to date a girl and be with them for a long time, that window sort of shrinks down as far as what your preferences are. Because although I love girls all across the board, if I was to ever probably marry a girl, she probably wouldn't be over 5 feet tall. You know, maybe 5'3" at the most, because I just like short women. So that'll be a requirement for me, for her to be short of some degree. And I like petite women as well. So she would probably be petite. But the scary thing is you don't know what's going to happen to her after she has a baby. So I also, like I said in the video, I didn't want a girl to get all out of shape from having a baby. And I never have really wanted kids. I want to travel. I want to make love to my wife a lot. That, you know, if I got married, that's all I wanted to do is make love, keep her fine, and travel the world. I didn't want no damn well kids. I'm like, I don't want your vagina getting messed up. I don't want you getting out of shape. And I just don't want to do the kid thing. So those were things that made me not want a baby. And you ain't got to worry about those things with a companion dog. She never get out of shape. Even though I don't make love to my girls, it's like I like the fact that, of course, over time, everything's going to deteriorate. But as long as she's here, she's going to look like she's supposed to look. So that was a whole thing about that video. So my next comment was from Willem. He said some women get their physique after childbirth. He said keep their physique after childbirth. He said, but it's rare. Most go through changes or just let themselves go. I just like the comment because I had said that in the video. That's exactly what I said in the video. Some people can come back from the pregnancy, but not all. My guy Leo said, what's up, Jay? And that's it. I'm done with all my comments, man, on my videos. We're making good times, only 2 hours and 8 minutes. So we're doing good. I'm going to clean up with the comments. And I guess I'll give me some rest from being in that damn hospital for 12 hours. Neil Navi, I already answered that. He says, good day, Hefner. Hope you're doing well. Piper Doll, El Hazel Ross. So I didn't got many more comments after I read the last ones. Okay. First last is agreed. Ariel from Piper Doll is a cutie. I think she has the cutest nose. But man, I love Ariel from Piper Doll. The only reason I'm a bit hesitant on her now is that I loved her 2 years ago. And so I don't know what the hell Piper Doll is going to come out by the time I'm ready to get one. And I also saw a new girl that I like. So I don't know who I would get. But Ariel is still top of the class in Piper Doll. She's right up there. Neil Navi says, what are your thoughts on Gynoid dogs? I'm not to them yet. He said, thinking about getting their torso. in terms of artistic quality seems close to real doll, but without having to break the bank for it. I don't know. You must haven't looked at God Noah dolls because God Noah dolls are expensive as hell. They're damn near in real doll status. They're not quite there, but they're right. They're damn near there. Now you're gonna save some money on the torso, but it's still gonna break your damn bank more than another company. But I'm not ready to talk about God Noah dolls yet. You'll hear me when I get ready to do a show on them. Like I say, man, this is a beautiful part about my job. I'm not running out of shows. I got plenty of shows to talk about, and I can never catch up. This week, I'm actually on the psychological aspect of dolls. That's why I've been talking about their music video. Yesterday, I talked about the girl with the pregnancy, and I've really been going through some articles that I've been saving. And I said, you know what? I'm going to keep with the theme of this week. I'm going to do some more articles that I've been talking about. So this week is going to be about psychological. So with all that said, I got a million shows I still ain't never got to. But guess what? I still got to get to all these other companies and stuff too. Well, guess what? I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. This show going to be around for a long time. So I definitely get to God Know It. And I plan on getting to them this year. I really do. But before I get to God Know It, I'm going to have to get to another one of my favorite companies. Oh, my God. It's this company out here. They're the closest to Real Dog to me. And I'll be bringing them up soon. I've been talking about them for a while, but I haven't let you know who it is. So with all that said, man, it's been a hell of a show. Had some fun talking about all the subjects. Hope you guys had fun. I just want to remind you, if you ever want to support the show, man, you can also do super chat, super stickers during a live stream, super thanks on individual videos. Got a CashApp, PayPal, and the About section of my YouTube channel. I got companion doll links to major vendors. You're going to get legitimate dolls from real dolls to major vendors. You can check those links in the description of all of my videos or the About section of my YouTube channel. Find the doll of your dreams and help the show at the same time. I just always sort of remind people, hey, if you're ever looking to get a doll and you're a fan of the show, don't go outside of the show. Remember us. Come through one of our links. It's not like you can't find any doll that you want through my links. You can find any doll, and they all keep sales. Most of them keep great sales on. So those are ways you can donate to the show. I also got an old fundraiser in the description of my videos. It's still open. People can donate to that. I never made my goals on that. So those are all the ways you can help keep the lights on, baby. But other than that, it's been a great show. Love you guys. Appreciate the support as always. Everybody that's tuning in live, that's looking at the replay, you know, me and the girls appreciate you. We want to send blessings over your life for your time. Whatever you're wishing for, hoping for, believing for, health, finances, new relationships, whatever it is, we pray that you have it. We just ask you believe it and receive it, baby. You will receive it if you believe it. But with all that said, me, JayDollKingHefner, and the beautiful Ramaya Cloud, my beautiful Himawari over there too. I can't lie, we're finna get the hell out of here, but I do sort of feel a little bad for Himawari. I haven't really changed her clothes probably in about 2 weeks. I've been leaving her right in the bed as my bed girl. She's so sturdy, it's hard to move her. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not hard because she's heavy. It's just like I like keeping her right there. So I think I'm gonna leave her there for a little longer. So with all that said, we're finna get out of here. Enjoy your day. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in. We love you, man. Let's see. Oh yeah, no more questions. So we are finna get the hell up out of here. We getting the hell up out of chill. Doody beep boop boop bop boo doo bop. Beep boop beep boop boop beep 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 boop boop boop. Have a good one, guys. We'll check you later. God bless.